Yeah, yeah. I could foresee that as well. I could see it with, and also like Miggy there, right? You have that ghost ship to kind of divide them, and then it's much easier to conquer when they're at that, separated mark. So this is going to be easy in terms of just like seeing how these teams want to play it. Obviously, it looks great on paper, but it's all about the execution here.
Yeah. Plus, it's a Ball Dharma. Come on.
Gotta believe, man. Gotta believe he's gonna be able to hit those marks. But one thing that we've seen though is that to really shine with the Dharma, or Marshall Matthews, as we've been joking around, the Eminem, basically but oh, they have him frozen. Zancu is in a bad spot. If anything, that slows down his farm, so he's a ripe target for any sort of CC at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't want to use it because they know there are answers coming in from GAME5 as well as F1. Here we go.
Ooh, looks like the Burning Sun arrow just splits the defenders, but Ball looking to go for the truth, but he's going to give up first blood. The Blazing Brilliance is going to be used to zone more than anything else, but they looks like they want to get the secondary kill, and they do find F1. Lanfeng showing up a little late to this party.
This is why they're called the team fighting region, right? PKL so good at team fights, the way they kind of isolated the different members on the side of Bigatron, specifically Ball, who thought, hey, I have Flash, I have my Truth Mantra, this is a perfect time to initiate, there's so many walls around me. Fortunately, jumping into the arms of Carl, who at this point is level 6, has a 1 level advantage, with the half build for Rapacious Bite along with the Meteor, so he gets a little bit more damage on the hand.
Yeah, it's all about that damage here. And again, just space created. Danny, I mean, he's just been largely left alone in the bottom lane. So I think that he's going to be very happy with that. But going back to Carl here, he has that slight edge. Zancu, it's going to be a little bit harder to keep on pace with the pay. Carl's mobility will ensure that he does, have that farming efficiency here.
It definitely will. And I think the next point of contention was it would be, boom, where is this setup going to be, right? Do they use that flash into the barrier and then control for a draw and potentially get a quick kill, make it out, or do they try and bait more bigger team fights from the side of Bigatron by Vitality?
Yeah, I think you got to see what options are available for you. I mean, it looks like the teleport in the mid lane. This is that moment, right? Draw is level 4. He's been spotted out. Miggy's also waiting there, looking for that potential Crimson Golem. But this could be that jump in, the first reveal of that control.
Okay, they're not going to oblige. It's just F1, right? You want to get the important kills. You want to slow down the growth of GAME5. Even better if you can get Zancu. But at this point, Boom are playing the map a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. They're just kind of moving around a bit. Nobody's really committing. I mean, also at the same time, Bigatron, that they're kind of in their eyes, they know that they could potentially get jumped by draw, and another Burning Sun arrow a little off the mark yet again.
Just clean reaction times from Boom.
Yeah, now the Tyrant, it's going to be a little bit of a half. It's going to be going down, and Carl gets that smite. Nice 2-man stun by Ball. He does a little bit of work onto it, but Zancu had already been deleted. They find the pick, they find Ball as well, and Carl with a double is turning it up. That was a disaster for Bigatron.
Looks like Bigatron by Vitality feeling a little bit of fatigue here, and they will be able to try and steal this away. It will happen, so stolen away. Miggy gets the Azure buff away from Bigatron.
Team has destroyed
Just
a
really
tower.
well played, and they take the mid T1. If there was ever a turning point, I mean, just 4 things happened in succession, not only with the kills, but also that Tyrant, and then you've taken the buff as well as the mid T1. That is a great start for Boom Esports here.
And you can see the value of this lineup, right? So even when they land a successful Burning Sun arrow, if Miggy's around, you can't really go in.
Yeah, you definitely can't. I mean, he's able to separate everything. He just makes things super annoying. And this is kind of why the Ata has really risen in popularity. We saw Xuan on Nova just kind of use that hero to its maximum as well, but it can be quite a disruptor come those team fights.
It is, and this is where, I didn't expect Bao to have so much difficulty, but it's also because Miggy, once he gets rid of that CC immunity, he actually can disrupt Bao from getting the Truth Mantra down. So that's a bit of a concern. And in terms of farm, he's already 700 gold ahead of his counterpart here in the form of Bao. So he already has the Dragon Rage. He is able to soak in quite a bit of damage.
quite a bit, and that's going to be that frontliner that they need because he's. If you're looking at the rest of them, they're all kind of very squishy. But now it looks like nice ghost ship to kind of protect Carl. Oh, with a teammate like that, or do you need anybody else? Miggy making some serious plays.
Yeah, if that ghost ship hadn't appeared, GAME5 actually would have gotten the full range and combination of his ultimate as well. So very nice move.
Yeah, very good save there. The Azure Golem stolen away, and it looks like that's going to be taken by ZonQ though, but he smites it. And now Carl in that top lane put pressure there.
And right now, BTR, they have to focus as a unit just to secure this Crimson Golem for themselves. It would be a pity if they can't. But Lanfeng does secure it for the team. So right now, it is a close to 4,000 goldie going in advantage to Boom Esports. They just need to hang out for another, 3 minutes more? Yeah, and they should be able to get a successful take on one of the shadow variants of the neutral objectives.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of time, but Boom Esports are utilizing the map very well. Right? I mean, it took 5 members of Bigatron to ensure that they secure that Crimson Golem. Now they're still just they're so scared. They know that they're waiting around in the brushes somewhere, and they find Miggy just literally walking in. He's gonna get Truth on back, and they have a decent amount, but he's literally walking away, dodges the Burning Sun arrow as well, and the Frigid Prison is gonna be used, and they find Lanfeng, but Bigatron not able to get in, so they catch more space provided for Boom.
Yep, jebaited for real. And right now, Bao has to take so much free damage, and they still have map pressure across the gorge here for the side of Boom Esports. They get a T2 at the top as well. Big plays all around the map. T2 at the bottom is now down to half its health, and Bigatron have no answers.
No answers whatsoever, and Danny was in the bottom lane just pushing. He was just waiting for the next minion wave, but the top lane is pushing at the same time. So on all fronts, Bigatron right now are getting pulled and prodded all over the map, and they're playing very reactively because of Boom's movement.
Yep, and Baal is like one of the... I mean, this defense is not easy at all, because the repositioning by Danny is going to be so easy. Oh, here comes the catch.
Oh, they decide to go for it. They get the control. They have the Winter is here, and that's enough damage. The Burning Sun arrow is going to be dodged as well. And Boom Esports walk away with a free kill again.
They save all this insane strats and clean execution for the important later part of the best of 7. And it's working out. The game plan here by Coach CN is starting to show its true form.
Definitely starting to show the true form. I mean, that and the map control. Look at this. All of the objectives, even at the same time, everybody can solo their own part of this, and everybody's contributing. And again, look how smart they are. They disengage when they know that the control is on cooldown. I mean, draw, they're just going to wait around, just pushing the lanes yet again, and wait for it to come back up, and they can be aggressive yet again.
And Bigatron can't even leave this part of the jungle, right? There is always a risk that, hey, someone is waiting. And anytime Draw has his ultimate, you know it's going to be a disaster for the side of Bigatron.
Yeah, it's definitely a disaster, and that's the bit of a problem. I mean, we were like 15 minutes is usually where we kind of go. We talk about in terms of surviving an early game onslaught, an early game lineup, and they are so far from that, right? Game is looking to go completely in favor of Boom Esports. It is theirs to lose as they have about a 7K net worth lead.
Yeah, it's already a very difficult task, and they don't have anti-heal just yet. GAME5 is still a couple hundred gold away from taking the Venomous Staff into his inventory. Here we go. This is a 3-prong approach from the side of Boom.
Yeah, the top T3 took a little bit of damage. It's not going to go down, though. But now they turn their attention more to the mid lane. Bigatron right now just reacting. And the top lane took a couple shots from Danny. He's going to get on out of this one. They're not able to get any sort of catch. Bigatron, again, they're trying. They're trying to get some sort of team fights. And even Miggy is baiting them out, just pulling them away from their base.
No, they can't do anything. As long as Draw has his control, there is no way they can enter safely. Right now, T3, okay. Attempted stun.
Oh, the Burning Sun arrow. That one will connect, though, but it's so far away. Carl is at no risk at this one. ZonQ is in the Overlord pit. He's trying to force the issue, but they just control him. They lock him down. The Overlord is going to be taken by Carl, and now they decide to turn. And Miggy dodging the Blazing Brilliance. He will survive, and here comes Danny on the flank. He's looking for the perfect group up, but he gets Truth. And now Ball just trying to stay alive more than anything else. Danny moves and goes to the bottom lane.
They needed everything at that point, and Boom just shut them down one by one. Right? They didn't even have to commit Danny's ulti, which is great for this point. and Tatsuri saved his winters here as well. So everything going in, you know, the advantage of Boom Esports simply because of draws ultimate.
Yeah, and just the way that they're playing. Boom Esports right now, they seem like they're possessed. I mean, they're just like one hive mind, understanding the assignments, and everyone doing all the right things right now.
I mean, when you see victory in sight, you definitely get that focus, you get the motivation as well. And being responsible for a total IKL dropout in KIS, there's no higher honor than that for a PKL team right now.
Yeah, actually, going into the knockouts, there was nothing but hype for the IKL squads. All of them had been doing well. They were the top of the groups. They were choosing their opponents, and everything was supposed to go in their favor. But the past 2 days have not been great for them, and now it looks like Bigatron trying to hold on. They are the last representative of IKL looking to hold it onto Boom Esports here.
All right, damage has been done on the top structurally. T3 has been taken down at the top. Bottom side looks a little bit spicy for this, and Carl will make it hurt. Takes a secondary T3 at the bottom, and the Shadow Overlord is still here.
Yeah, Bigatron right now, just if anything, they're just trying to keep this mid T3 alive. The Shadow Vanguard will be taken down now. Miggy, with this opening in the top and the bottom lane, they can just potentially go for a flank, but instead they just want this mid T3, another Burning Sun arrow off the mark. The barrier just zoning them away. They're going to take this mid T3 and zone them back to the crystal. The game is open for Boom Esports as they're looking to potentially end.
Yeah, Bao he's looking for the Truth Mantra, but the way Boom has positioned themselves, you can't get a 5-man Truth Mantra at this point. They know what you're looking for. And meanwhile, Danny's going to be waiting in the sidelines. He does have the Purify, he does have Frigid Charge as well. This is going to be a very scary team fight for the side of Bigatron by Vitality, because it's all points the victory for Boom.
Yeah, it's looking that way. I mean, Ball is looking for that perfect one, but they might not have enough time. And now, under the crystal, Miggy decided to go, drop down the ghost ship. They actually get a little bit of control, but Miggy's going to fall first. F1, though, is doing a little bit of work as well. He actually flies on back. The crystal, though, is going to be under attack. They find Lan Fang, and more importantly, they take the game, and Game 5 goes the way of Boom Esports.
Se la pasan diciendo que soy mala, porque no me aguanto, no me hago nada.